the stream.
All right, perfect. Send me a message.
Okay.
Yeah, shareable link. Boom. I'm sending it to you on Discord.
Tweet it.
Yeah. Story that shit. All right, let's run this bitch.
What up, chat? Chat, how's the audio? Everything good?
What up, bitch?
Swerve, can you talk to us so we can fix the audio before, like, if anything? It took a lot. Oh, wait, record.
Yeah. All right, perfect.
Is everything good?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're about to teach you guys how to go from peasant to king, from zero to hero.
Well, you're about to teach us. I'm a peasant.
No, you're not a peasant.
I'm a normie.
You're a king in the making, brother. A king in the making. Song too loud. Everybody complains about the music. You guys gotta party a little bit for a few seconds. Alright, let's put this shit out. Hey, nobody expected this. Shout out to Jordan Welch for connecting the gang. We are about to take over the internet. This is the name of the game. If you guys don't know, Sneako. Sneako is absolutely legendary right now. He's
Just hit 250,000 subscribers on my streaming channel today.
on the second channel.
On my second channel, yeah.
You were at what?
I was at 150 2 days ago.
150?
I had 100,000 subscribers in 2-3 days. The revolution starting. The revolution starting, chat.
Desktop volume too high, so I guess we gotta bring it down somewhere. Okay, let me know now. Somebody says Sneako Brokey, not for
Musa.
long.
That's my sister.
Musa. All right, let's get this shit running. Let me post this.
They're still saying music is too loud. Which one's the mic?
Mic's too low. Mic's underneath.
Test. Boom. Yeah, that should be good.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear us real quick? Let's go live on Instagram. All right, guys.
You guys have brokey, wagey ears, you know that?
Broke ears. Hey, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let's get this shit running. Thank you, brother.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, I'll text you if we need anything, bro.
Dale.
All right, this is better. Get ready to take notes, pen and paper.
I need notes. I need a pen and paper. I'm learning. I'm the peasant here, so I'm not going to be educating anybody. I'm a brokey. I'm a wagey. I'm still in the matrix. I don't know shit. Luke's going to teach us. So yeah, thank you. Let me take some notes.
Mic is low. How do you guys hear in the mic? How are you guys hearing the mic? Check. 1 2 1 2. We're gonna get started. We're gonna teach you guys how to go from peasant to king, from zero to hero.
Bring it up a little bit. That should be good.
Maybe we up it from this.
It's fine. They're saying looks great, sounds good. That's just someone complaining.
All right, sounds good. There's
Your ears are
always
broken.
1 or 2 people out there.
I can't hear it. Shut up.
All right, let's run this shit, bro. Let's run this shit. All right, Sneako in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to run this shit. As you guys know, Sneako's out here in PR right now visiting. Time to take over the internet, which means we gotta form the alliances. We gotta come together. Just as all the people that run this shit right now, we gotta do it ourselves. All right, let's do this real quick. We got 150 people. All right, guys, get on YouTube real quick. I'm going off
265 now. We gotta start.
Get on YouTube. Get on YouTube.
Mic's still too low.
Check 1 2. We can move this shit right here and move this closer. Can you guys hear us now?
I forgot this one's on too. Okay, that's why, because I wasn't even talking to mine. Hey! Alright, let's fucking, yeah, sorry.
Alright, can you guys hear us? Perfect. Alright guys, the collab. We got one more Baldy that we're waiting to complete the trio, the 3 Musketeers, but that means we might have to travel to Europe to get that shit done. Be on the lookout for that. YouTube scum not notifying. It's all good, it's all good. Let me post a story real quick. How are you looking? We're good?
We're all shadow banned.
We're all shadow banned,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
That's what it is. That's why I gotta take over TikTok. The algorithm does not favor this at all. Trust me.
All right.
But we still take it over regardless. They want to hide it. They want to censor everything.
But we run this internet shit, bitch.
And you think I'm just a conspiracy theorist when I tell you, I'm telling you, they're censoring it on every single platform, every single one. So we all got to fight back. Unless you don't like freedom of speech.
Or you don't like freedom, bro.
Yeah, people don't like freedom anymore. You just want to be told what to do. All you bots. Yes, I'll do what you say, government. Like, it's really pissing me off that you guys don't.
The reason people don't like freedom, and this is something that I realize, is because freedom requires accountability for your actions. In order for you to be free, you must be accountable for everything that you do. Why? Because you can't blame it on other people, right? So when you're free, you're a decision maker. Mm-hmm. So as a decision maker, and you're a person that's making decisions in your life, now you can't blame it on the fucking government. You can't blame it on your mom. You can't blame it on the school system. You can't blame it on your bitch ass boss. It falls on you, right? If you start a business and you ain't making money, oh, well, the market is down. No, you just don't know how to do good business.
But what about the pandemic?
Well, let me tell you about the pandemic. I 40x'd my net worth in the last 2 years because the broke people, the normies, I call them drones. You call them what? Bots? I call them drones. When I think about drones, I think about the guys from what do you call this shit? From Star Wars, the little drones with the skinny ass drones. That's what I think about when I think drones. That they go and get killed. We gotta start calling them clones, bro, because they're all the same. Yeah. Clones. They just get pumped out of factories, sent to war, get killed, pump them more out, boom, 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 boom. That's how it works.
But I'm supposed to stay inside. I have to stay inside and put on.
You have to stay inside, put on a diaper. You have to put on a diaper.
A diaper on my face.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be safe if I do that.
You are gonna be safe, and you're gonna be safe from all the outside evils. Just like the war on terror, that we don't even know what the fucking war on terror is, because for some reason it makes complete sense to spend trillions of dollars on war to go bomb some fucking 14-year-old in Yemen, because that somehow is gonna save the dude that's in, I don't know, fucking butt crack Tennessee trying to pay for his bills. It doesn't fucking make sense.
But why should I listen to you? What do you know? I should listen to the government. I should listen to the TV. The NBC, TMZ, they know what they're talking about.
I call it the distraction box, the box that people get into to escape their reality. And we went from the fucking box that families could share to now this individual box that you're right here. This is where people operate. People's lives are all here. If you take people's phones away, they become nothing.
Yeah.
They become nothing. They're completely obliterated, because their entire persona is dictated by a fucking phone. The amount of followers that they have, the likes that they get, the validation that they get. Yeah. Bro, you can become do you know how many self-made millionaires I know?
A lot. But
that have no social media, bro.
For my viewers who are coming in from my Twitter and Instagram, they call you the Neo of the e-commerce world. A lot of people respect you within the cryptocurrency world. What's your credibility, and like, why should we listen to you? Because in my opinion, you should listen to people who make more money than you. When I first talked to Luke on FaceTime, he was calling me a peasant to my face, and I'm like, you're right. Good point. Brokey, like he's looking at me, yeah, you're broke. I'm like, yeah, kind of broke. So let me listen up. And I always had trouble listening in school. And it's because like it was all programmed, and I didn't want to listen to these like dumbass teachers who just say the echo of the same stuff in these books. But when I listen to you, I have no problem focusing. I'm like this. Yes, okay, let me learn, because you know more than me. So maybe tell them, for my viewers who are coming in, what's your credibility and why should they listen to you? Because I think they should.
Good. By the way, guys, send this to one person. We got to send that link to one individual. We got to run this shit up. It's extremely important that we start decalcifying people's minds. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I come from a very poor country known as Argentina. Highest inflation right now, second highest inflation around the world, 150% inflation this last year. I left because I realized that it wasn't a place for opportunity. Because if you're in an environment where if you try to win or excel, and people, and this happens, bro, this happens all the time. Broke people try to put their limitations on you. They try to put their self-belief, their lack of belief on you. And what do they tell you? Oh, well, that's not possible. You can't do that. So I'm in Argentina. I'm 16 years of age. My parents give me $200 in a suitcase because I got in an argument with them that I hated fucking school, that this made no sense to me. I flunked every class. My teachers didn't know shit. I literally remember that I have such terrible experiences from school. I would remember like my teacher looking at me in the face, and all I could remember was her bad breath. Like, I don't remember what she was saying, anything. I could just see
the
her
coffee
teeth
breath.
That were all, they were all crusty as fuck. And I'm like, bro, like, This bitch doesn't know anything, nothing whatsoever. And my goal in life was to always follow the leader. And the leader is a person that knows the way, goes the way, and ultimately shows the way. Most of you guys are following followers. Most of you guys are following followers. Most of you guys don't know why you wake up, why you go to work. You don't know why you go to work. You don't know why you make money. You don't know what money is. You don't know why money exists. And when you start dissecting these things, you come to realize that maybe work isn't all that important. An individual wakes up at 9 in the morning, doesn't know why they wake up 9 in the morning. They go to a job, then they start working because they see other people working the job. Then at 5 p.m. they arrive at home and they kiss their wife in their small little house in their small little car, and they go to the TV and do this. I'm tired. And they don't even know why they're tired. They're tired because they've been told and they saw that their dad was tired for the last 40 years. So therefore, well, automatically you're tired.
But that's mature. Those are mature people.
Those are people that you know, they want to play it safe. They want the American dream. And what I realize about the American dream is that you have to be asleep. Because only dreaming happens when you're asleep. And a lot of these motherfuckers are asleep. So 40 years go by, they never question why they do what they do, why they hang out with the people that they hang out. And they hit 65. The government has told them that they're going to receive a 401k, they're going to receive their social security card, and by the time that they're 70, they have no money, they have no friends, they have no relationships, their children have abandoned them because they spent 40 years working, slaving for a motherfucker, for a business that doesn't care about them. So I don't ever want to hear about slavery, I don't want to hear about discrimination, I don't want to hear about the wage gap, I don't want to hear any of this bullshit, because the life that you have is the life that you chose. And I keep repeating this because people don't seem to understand that every person here is self-made.
Okay. But how did you make it out of the matrix?
I'll explain that to you. Very simple. One thing. I had a goal. For you to get out of the matrix, you have to want to leave the matrix. That is the most important thing, bro. How are you supposed to leave the matrix if you don't have a goal to leave? Everybody needs a destination. Everybody walks around like an accident. They wake up, they don't know why they wake up. They put on their clothes to go to work. They don't know why they put on their clothes and go to work. They have no goal. They have no direction.
Right.
In order to know where you want to go, first you need to understand where other people have been and why it's extremely important to get there. The reason it's important to get there is because your ultimate goal should be freedom. Freedom to choose to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it, and have no person or entity, whether it's governmental, institutional, private, public, an individual, your parents, dictate what is good for you. And the craziest part is when people don't have the same life experience that you have, or they're an opposite gender, like women telling men how to be men. How does that make any fucking sense? A woman telling you how to be a man.
But I don't want to be toxic or problematic.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what, brother?
I might just be insecure and gay.
You might be insecure, you might be gay, you might be transphobic, homophobic, and you might need gender surgery, reassignment, because clearly the hormone pills aren't cutting it. Mm-hmm. But now we're teaching our kids at the age of 6 that they must pledge allegiance to a flag that they don't know anything about. They must pledge allegiance to a banner that is just a symbol of freedom. But it's so free that we can't even have our own opinions on stream.
But right? I trust the government. The government cares about us, right?
Absolutely, the government cares about you. You know why they care about you? For a very simple reason. Because to them, you are an energy flow. Energy, that's all you are. You are an output of your energy. So you're depleting your life source in order to create somebody else's dream. So you are important, but you are replaceable. You are replaceable. And that's what they treat you like. That's why all the soldiers are replaceable. That's why they say there's boots on the ground, not there's human beings. There's boots on the ground. They say we've had casualties. We've had 8 soldiers die. They don't even list them. They don't name them. They give them a nice little ceremony that's 4 minutes long. Oh, this good job. Your son, you should be proud of your son. He honored his country and he served his country. Served his country how? Protecting what? Do you think we need fucking protection? 24 out of the next 25 countries with the biggest militaries are our allies. Yet, somehow we need trillions and trillions of dollars in war spend, and it makes no sense. But you know why it makes sense to them? Because you need to manage people and you need control. And that's what this entire thing's about. Every little thing is about control. Depleting your life source, depleting your ability to be a man, depleting your ability to be a woman. And most females out there, they're not real women. I'll give you that. They're trying to impersonate some sort of bullshit that they see on the television. They try to be Kardashians. They try to be these fat thoughts out there that somehow
They're empowered.
They're empowered.
They're independent queens.
They're pussy popping because when you put your pussy out there, that's empowerment. When you show your titties, which are since the dawn of man, women's breasts have been sacred. Everybody knows this. But somehow it's a female empowerment. Let your titties hang out.
Right.
Let them just come out.
But what about the slut walk that they all go to? What about
Absolutely.
Pride Month? Pride Month is good. They get to show off their bodies.
Yeah.
It's good. It's empowering.
What would happen if a group of white dudes, just normal white dudes, they said, you know what, I'm proud to be white, and I'm gonna have this flag that represents the pride that I have. You'd be a racist motherfucker, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
Now let's flip the switch. If you're a black person or an Asian person, now for some reason that's acceptable, but it doesn't make any sense. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because I've done one thing that you and I have in common, which is
What is that?
to think.
You think?
Most people don't think. And that's what I've realized is one of the biggest problems in society is people don't stop and think. They don't think about their actions.
Most
They
people
don't
don't
think
think.
about their decisions. And it's ultimately taking them to full and utter destruction.
Okay, but how do I think? Because I want to start thinking. I want to be independent.
Good. Very simple. First is ask yourself, the things I'm doing, right? What is the track record of the outcome of the things that I'm doing? So people go to university, they get $100,000 in debt, then they go work a $40,000 a year job, their life spans out, you see the data, okay? You have to ask yourself, is that the life that I want to live? If the answer is no, then you can't have the
That doesn't sound
actions.
good.
Then you can't have the actions of the life of an individual who's portraying that same habit. The next thing is you need to have a goal, a simple goal. It doesn't have to be, I want to make $1 million, I want to make $10 million. It's a simple goal. What is the goal?
I don't know.
A simple one. I want to be fit, right? Just a simple goal. Let's say I want to be fit. Somebody said Hubert.
Gang.
Funny. Let's say you want to be free or you want to be fit. Okay, well, we all know what it requires to do for a person to be fit, which is what? Go to the gym, exercise, eat well, sleep, have a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Eventually, you're going to be fit, you're going to be healthy. It's the same thing with money. Why? Because success leaves clues. The formulas are out there. The problem is you have the wrong information. So the first thing you need to do is you need to retrain your mind and understand that everything from grade 0, from the moment you were born, you've been pumped with these. The moment you were born, guys,
I got 3 boosters.
three, only 3?
Only 3.
I think you need to re-up on that shit.
Yeah, when I go
think
back,
you're-
I'm gonna take another.
I think you're depleting. I think you're depleting on that. I think we need a few more of those because it's extremely important that you're protected.
From the variant.
Yes, and then when Mark Zuckerberg goes on live
I trust Mark Zuckerberg.
with Fauci on Facebook and they start talking about mRNA and all this bullshit, it's safe, it's secure. It's okay. Go ahead. Do what you want
But
to do.
you're hurting
It
my
makes
feelings.
sense.
Why are you talking like you know better than me? Why should I listen to you? Why are you the Neo?
You know, you're right, bro. You're right.
For the people who are coming in now, like they don't understand. Like, well, why am I listening to you? Why am I here taking notes?
Very simple. At the age of 19, I built a multi-million-dollar empire after washing dishes, washing toilets, working a 9 to 5 with fucking fluorescent lights on top of me in a cubicle, knowing that I was a man full of potential, full of life, that I didn't want my life force to be drained and utilized to build somebody else's dreams. So I took life by the balls, I appropriated and I said, I am the master of my life. I am in charge of the ship, but I need to captain it. So the first thing I did was get educated. I started reading books written by billionaires, people that have actually made money, people that have actually changed their life, people that actually unplugged. Dude, there's fucking information out there.
Really?
Yeah.
In school?
Yeah. Yes, there is information. And the information in school is, it's a waste of time.
Oh.
It's a waste of time. That's the information that you should be receiving.
School's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time. Now they're trying to actually pass banning homeschool. Can you believe that? Now we are a byproduct of the GOVE, whatever, gov, right? I don't even know how to spell that shit. That's how intelligent we are. So the GOV wants to be involved in your marriage. They want to be involved. They want to be the third party, right? The third wheel in your marriage that dictates everything. They want to be the third wheel in the raising of your children. They want to be the third wheel in the outcome of your future. They want to manage your money. They take 50% of it. Not me, because we live in Puerto Rico. We pay 0 because we understand how the game's played. And ultimately, like I said before, it's all about control. And the reason you're in this chat today is because you realize that something is wrong and that you want to change. You do not want to be controlled. You do not want to be a slave to the system, a slave to the machine. And guess what? The machine was created by people. It wasn't just a fairy tale that just spoofed out of nowhere. It was a system that was created by people in order to do what? Control. And when you have control, you have power. So when you have power, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like create the rules. And are you going to create the rules for the betterment of others? No, you're going to create the rules for the betterment of yourself. It's happened since the dawn of mankind, and it will continue to happen unless people become free.
I want to be free though. How do I change? How do I train my mind like that?
First thing, you got to pick up books. Books.
But reading's hard and boring, and I'm tired.
Then perfect. Then you're not going to make it. Everything at first is hard. Every good habit that a man forms, every good habit that a man forms at the beginning is hard. But like Miyamoto Musashi, the famous samurai, once said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. It's not about the end destinations. What do I have to do right now? One thing. Okay, I want to get fit. What's the first thing I need to do? Get in my car and go to the gym. That's what I know I need to do. What's the next thing? Stop eating Twinkies. Right? We know that that's what you need to do.
Twinkies taste good.
Of course they taste good.
And it's easy.
It's easy. It's very easy. It's not only easy, it's convenient. And I said this yesterday in chat. I said, the opposite of courage isn't to be a coward, it's conformity. It's when you conform to the status quo.
Conformity.
When you conform to what other people are doing, and when you understand, or you don't understand, that life truly becomes beautiful when you don't conform, when you get to live the life that you want. This man's gonna live the life that he wants, I know it, and the reason I invited him out here to Puerto Rico is because I see potential. I see a diamond in the rough. And the reason we're talking to you guys is because a lot of you guys want to get out. Like you truly want to get out, but you don't know how. I'll tell you how.
I heard something about crypto.
Yeah, crypto's extremely important. So over the last 2 years, I 40x'd my net worth all through crypto.
40x?
40x'd my net worth. I was already a millionaire, so I did quite well. And all that I did was have the right information before the peasants. And when the peasants got excited about it, I left. Because if you do what this is a principle of life. Take this to the grave. If you do the opposite of what the majority does, there's a high likelihood you always win.
Opposite of the majority.
Always. Opposite of the sheep. That's why they call you the black sheep. Don't they shame the black sheep all the time?
Yeah. They always tell me to take my pills, and maybe I should.
Maybe you should take some more antidepressants.
I'm gonna go to therapy and take antidepressants and take Adderall, take methadone. I'm gonna sit down, be still, because that's maturity. I need to be more mature, and I need to calm down. I need to relax, because we don't really know what we're talking about. We should conform. And I remember like people in their 30s and 40s. I remember when I was thinking like you, but then I got a job and I took my antidepressants and I became
I actually took my life seriously, and I stopped gambling and stuff. Bro, everything in life is a gamble. Everything in business is a gamble. It's a calculated guess. You don't know the fucking outcome of shit. You don't know the outcome of anything. You're just making a calculated guess. But the thing is, you guys are making decisions not off of your own mindset, but off of the self-belief or the belief of other people, or the belief that other people know what's up. And the truth is, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way. The poor, the weak have always been subjugated, crushed, and destroyed. And the victors are the ones that are the strongest, the ones that are more prepared, the ones that have alliances, the ones that have armies, the ones that have supplies, resources, networks. These are the winners. And the question is, if you don't have that, what the fuck's wrong with you?
But there was already a pandemic. There's not going to be another one. They're not going to keep controlling us. They're not going to tell me to stay inside anymore, right?
Of course, that's never going to happen. They're never going to tell you to stay inside until they do. Until they pass the law. The law. Do you understand that the law is manipulated? It's fucking changed. They inserted the chip of COVID, and within 2 weeks, everybody forgot it because they inserted the chip of a country that has a blue and yellow flag on it. And now everybody was angry about that shit for 10 days. Everybody was angry
But I put the Ukraine GoFundMe in my bio. I think I stopped World War III because of that.
You-
Putin cares about my bio.
You care about the Ukraine, don't you?
Yeah.
I
have empathy.
You have empathy and you care. You resonate with the problems of mankind.
Right.
It's unbelievable, bro. Most people, I've realized, lie to themselves that they actually give a fuck about other people. And when you realize and you break it down, they're just following what other people are doing, what other people are saying.
I don't think you think that Black Lives Matter.
This man cracks
I don't
me
think
up.
you care about Black lives.
You know what? I don't look at lives by their colors, right? I don't look at them. What is a black life? What is a black life? Like, what is a black life? It's just a fucking life, bro. If you go to Africa, they're not calling you a black life. You're just a fucking life, bro. Whether you're white, you're Asian, you're Filipino, you're Norwegian, doesn't matter. What matters is the value that you provide to society.
I'm a little triggered, but I see what you're saying.
I apologize because I know you're a man of color, and I don't want to trigger you since you're a minority.
That's okay.
But if I went to Asia, I'd be the minority, and I don't feel like I'm being chumped around there. I understand, and it's the way that it is. And if people think the U.S. is racist, let me take you to fucking Japan. Let me take you to South Korea, where you're a white dude and you try to go into a sauna, and they'll tell you no because you're a white man. There's literally saunas and bad. That looks like some sort of.
That's a collage of notes. There's some good stuff in here. Keep going, keep going. I'm learning. I think I'm learning a thing or two. I'm a little bit triggered. You sound like an incel. You sound like you are brainwashed, and actually you might just be crazy, but I'm listening.
I'm not only crazy, and I saw one of your streams that you were debating this dude, and he said, I believe in institutions. I saw that, and I was thinking, he's like, no, I don't believe in people. I don't believe in the president. I believe in institutions. Institutions are man-made constructs. They are imaginary. And the reason they last, they're man-made constructs that are imaginary. And the reason they last is because you believe them. When there's a mass belief, right? Like when everybody believes that the dollar is worth something when it actually is worth nothing, and we'll explain it. Fractional reserve banking, the central central banking system. You understand that everything is bullshit. From the doctors that literally. My girl, she's a doctor, right? She used to be a doctor. Now I told her to quit because it was a waste of time. Because in Doctor Nation, right? Playing on words right there.
You tell her what to do?
Yes.
Okay. Tell her
Yes.
what to do.
You know why? Because sometimes there might be people around you that know what's best. And maybe you don't know the answer to everything. Maybe CNN doesn't know the answer to everything. Maybe if you're watching the news in the morning and you get something pumped into your system, some sort of belief system, ask yourself, where is that source of information coming from? Who owns that news outlet? Who owns that medium of communication? And does that person have my best interest in mind?
No.
I used to work at the Washington Post. I worked there for 3 months.
Seriously?
I worked under a fake name because I didn't trust them.
Nice.
And all they were talking about, how can we pump people to our website so that we can get ad revenue? So all the titles were clickbait, all the commentaries were clickbait. That the chief editor did not check any shit, right? Nothing. They just pumped it out. And I remember because I was ghostwriting a ton of articles. I remember because I was writing that shit. And sometimes I would just Google a piece of information, boom, and send it out. And that would get approved and it would pass. Why? Because these guys only care about ratings. They care about numbers. That's how they get rich.
You sound like you don't trust the government.
I don't trust anybody, bro. I don't trust anybody. You know who I trust? My fucking self. Why? Because I'm self-developed. I've come to the point where all I can trust is my own intuition. So the purpose and the thing that people need to do is, if you don't trust yourself, develop yourself into a man or a woman that you can have trust in yourself. Most people don't trust themselves because they're losers, because the outcome and the results of their life are not trustworthy, right? So if you're losing all the time, how are you going to trust yourself? You're not. But if the government tells you, oh, we're winning the war against terror, whatever the fuck that means. Have you seen the video of Bush?
I haven't.
I'm gonna play this shit.
The war on terror.
The war on terror. Watch
The
this
war
shit.
on terror.
Watch this shit, bro. This shit's comical. Anthony, if you're watching the stream, can you send me the Bush clip real quick on my Luke Belmar account real quick? I want to watch that shit. I want to show you guys how serious these guys actually take the world, where they don't actually give a fuck. And I want to talk about a few principles. If you think that Hitler came to power by himself, if you think that nobody funded him, if you think that Mussolini, that Castro, that all these dictators came to power because they had the charisma to rally up 50 million people to go up and shoot motherfuckers, you're wrong. There's a deeper agenda, and the agenda is there's people behind the scenes pulling the strings.
You sound like some crazy conspiracy theorist. Like, why don't you put on a tinfoil hat or something like that?
I have a hat, but it's not tinfoil. Watch this shit. Let me put this shit out here.
But what about my voting? I voted.
You voted, and your vote matters.
They gave me a sticker. It says I voted and I felt good about it.
And you know what they tell you? Then you know what also happened? The Rock Johnson was actually on his Instagram and he said that it's my duty to vote. So, you know, since I respect him and he's such an icon.
He's really good at movies, so I'm gonna do what the movie star says.
He's a role model. He's a role model to me, and so is Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian's smart.
Yeah, she's super smart. She's so smart.
She's an independent queen.
She's an independent queen, very nice natural body.
Mm-hmm.
She's at 6'2". She's highly intelligent.
All girls should look up to her.
Yes, they should also look up to all the TikTok girls that are out here twerking and dancing and moving and shaking their ass, because clearly that's the best path for your life.
Twerking. Okay.
Twerking. That's 101 of success. Twerk. But put an O at instead of an E, because it's twerk, because it's an actual work. You know, it's an actual job.
Sex workers.
Yeah. This man. All right, watch this shit, stream. This is 2000. This is 2002, right? This is a couple months after 9-9/11. We all know what that is. And this is your favorite Christian guy, right? The guy that everybody in the Bible Belt loves. So let's see what he says. He's talking about something.
W.
Stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
This guy is out here telling people to watch the war on terror. Let's watch this.
To stop the terror attack we suffer. For the sake of the Israelis who are under attack, we must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can
It's really quiet.
to stop the
No audio, you can't hear it? Let's run this shit again. Which one is it? Is it this one? Oh, you know what it is? I think it's here. I think it's this one. Because I think it's, let me see if you guys see this shit. Oops.
Let me put that in the search.
Can you guys hear this now? Hang on.
must stop the terror.
There it is.
Call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. All nations.
Watch
for
this.
the sake of the
From your favorite
Palestinians who
president.
suffer, for the sake of the Israelis who are under attack, we must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Now watch this drive. I call upon all nations to stop. You can't hear it? Still low? Damn it.
Bring this up more. It says -9. I think it's from that. The mic is the audio one on the bottom, right?
Yeah. Can you guys hear it now?
Yeah, what you hear?
Watch this shit.
Now watch this drive.
Can you guys hear this?
For the sake of the Israelis who are under attack, we must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
I mean, America's like sports. It's just like right after 9-11. What did he do? He did the first pitch in the Yankee Stadium.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? Let's stop the war on terror. Watch this drive, bitch. Because I care. You know, I care about the Palestinians that are getting bombed. I care about all this stuff. You know, the Jenga towers just collapsed. Let me, 6 months later, let me drive this shit. All right. And you know what's ironic about this, bro?
What? What is? Ironic.
Is that people still like the dude. People still look at these guys and they think that they're role models.
I could have a beer with him.
I could maybe also with this guy you could hop in a coffin with the skull and bones and get jizzed on because that's your initiation into the ritual. You could do that too. I mean, you can do anything. Or you could go to Bohemian Grove where they're out here doing all sort of weird gay orgy shit. But that's usually the narrative, right? So when you see the agenda and the narrative being pushed, you look at the politicians, you look at all the people, dude, they all look like a bunch of fucking creeps. Every single one of them. Oh, hang on. We got to see the drive. They say we got to see the drive to see if it's to see how good it is. Let's watch this shit.
I'll vote for him if he has a good drive.
Look at this man. Even the drive is fucking gay.
All right.
Look at that.
Our news feed.
He definitely gets fucking yes. 100%, bro. 100%.
You mean to tell me that the Skull and Bones Society, like, they do weird gay stuff behind the scenes?
Oh no, definitely not. They're men of God.
Oh, okay.
They're white straight men that are in it to save the nation from damnation. Oh, how are you doing today, bro? How you feeling?
I mean, you're really blowing my mind so far. This is changing a lot of what I thought, but I can't help but listen. Even though I don't like you and you're a toxic, misogynist incel, I'm going to continue listening because there's something about it that I resonate with.
What do you think you're resonating with?
Maybe everything. My life is miserable. Like, I want to make it out. I want to make more money. I'm not happy in my job and I feel tired all the time. And they tell me I have a chemical imbalance. They tell me to take these pills. They tell me to go to therapy. And maybe that's not the solution. Maybe you seem a little bit happier without all that. So I want to keep listening, but I'm going to go in the comment section and say that you're toxic.
Isn't it funny that the people that want to impose their lifestyle on you are actually fucking miserable? They're all miserable. A therapist is going to give you the answers to your life. Yeah, but they have a degree. They went to school for 6 years. Bro, I've been living with myself for 26. I know myself. And if you don't know yourself, then you have not mastered reflection.
Okay, but just because you have a bunch of millions of dollars and you live in Puerto Rico and you're outside of the matrix and you have an independent life and you have a wife that loves you and everything, doesn't mean you know everything.
I don't know everything, but what I do know is one little thing. How to be happy. And happy comes from a life of balance. Balance is the ultimate definition of wealth. You know, you have a ton of people with a ton of money, but nobody loves them. You have people that are loved, but they're broke as fuck. You have people that have money that have no true wealth because they lack their health, right? So life is about a balance. And this is something I talked to you about on a serious note, was the importance of food, right? These guys are poisoning your mind.
Really?
They're poisoning your spirituality. And for some reason, you don't think that these guys are poisoning your food? For as much as I love T, I call him T, Tate, that eating KFC is gonna fuck you up. It's just absolutely gonna destroy your system. Going and doing fast food, you want fast results, you want all this garbage. Food is essential. Quality food is essential. And nowadays, people think, well, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm foggy, I can't focus. What do you eat? You eat fucking hot dogs? That's your diet? Hot dogs and mac and cheese? That's what your diet consists of? I don't have a wife, guys. I got a girl. But anyways, the important part is the following. You need to understand that what you are being injected with, whether it's food, whether it's on your skin is the biggest organ, whether it's through your mind, whether it's through the music that you listen to, whether it's your spirituality.
Music.
Everything is designed to condition you. Everything. And ultimately, it's conditioning you to one thing. To keep you weak.
Why would they do that? Why would they want to keep you weak?
Because when you're weak, you can't fight. When you're weak, you can't stand up for yourself. When you're weak, you can't operate. You can't think. You can't pay $3,000 to fly somebody out first class in a 2-day notice and the person not have to be like, well, I have to go work a job. I don't think I can show up this weekend because I have commitments. Broke people have commitments, bro. Rich people are flexible. They move like the speed of the wind. They move back and forth. They're like water. They flow. Most of you guys are rigid, fucking stuck in a corner like this. Oh no, my wife won't let me go. I got in trouble this weekend. My parents said I have to stay home.
You're talking like there's one giant conspiracy going on and that the people at the top, the elites, control all the money. You're talking like everything we do is pointless and that voting doesn't matter. Are you saying that my life has no meaning? Are you saying that everything that I believe in is just programming?
Every single thing. And Chamath, who is a multi-billionaire, he bought Bitcoin. I think he owned like 1% of Bitcoin at $13. He talks about who runs the world. And don't take it from me, right? A multimillionaire. Let's take it from a billionaire.
Beyonce said girls run the world.
Beyonce is a Satanist.
There's about 150 people that run the world. Anybody who wants to go into politics, they're all fucking puppets, okay? There are 150, and they're all men, that run the world, period, full
I
stop.
thought it was girls.
They control most of the important assets. They control the money flows. And these are not the tech entrepreneurs. Now, they are going to get rolled over the next 5 to 10 years by the people that are really underneath pulling.
That's why these guys are out here buying all the land, all the water supply, because they understand this metaverse shit is gay and it's bullshit. And it's designed for you to spend your real hard-earned money gambling on some metaverse bullshit that somehow somebody's going to adopt it. So why would I own land when I can own an ape that's worth $500,000 and it has a gold trait? I'm special. And all these motherfuckers in the background are buying all the land, all the water reserves, every single thing, and you are there like a dumb fuck, and I made $9 million off of NFTs, so get off my dick. I understand how the game is played. So 150 people, all men, run the world. The guys that run the military-industrial complex, the guys that run the petroleum business, the guys that run energy sectors, the guys that run the data sectors. These people run the world. And if you do your due diligence, you'll find them by first and last name.
Rolled over the next 5 to 10 years by the people that are really underneath pulling the strings. And when you get behind the curtain and see how that world works, what you realize is it is unfairly set up for them and their progeny. Now, I'm not...
Wait, it's unfair? It's unfair?
No, it can't be true.
You don't tell me you're sacrificing your life for the betterment of another individual when you're a narcissistic psychopath, right? There's no way on earth that you would design a system that favors the majority instead of favoring you and your bloodline and your family, right? Like, no, everybody's in it. What most people don't understand, guys, there's bad motherfuckers out there. Like, people don't seem to understand. No, most people are nice.
Everyone's good.
Everybody's nice.
No, powerful, rich people who control the banks, they're good.
100%. They're amazing individuals. They're individuals that want to give you 0.1% interest on your money.
Are you saying the metaverse is a bad thing?
The metaverse, it's triggering. Guys, the metaverse has been around for 2 fucking decades. Remember RuneScape? For some reason, these motherfuckers that have never played a video game have built some sort of technology that gives you appropriation or ownership. And it's just this theory that somehow is worth tens of trillions of dollars. It ain't.
But Neuralink is going to inject it to my brain. It's going to make everything faster.
Oh,
I want to download my thoughts onto the internet so I don't have to type
Absolutely.
anymore.
And then as a byproduct, you not only want to upload your thoughts to the internet, you want to be able to have some sort of Wi-Fi connection that fucks up your brain, one, and then on the second hand, the best part is you don't know what gets downloaded onto you. But for some reason, this fucking weird dude gets subsidies from the government to build a company like SpaceX, and everybody's praising him for inserting chips in the human skulls, controlling the global satellite system, telling people that he's a con artist, bro. And
But Elon Musk, he posts quirky memes on Twitter. I trust him.
You trust him? I trust him too.
He's good at memes, so I want to inject a chip into my brain.
He's funny. And you know what's the best part? I love the part that when you open up a private browser tab and you open up a new Twitter account, these are the first 5 suggestions that you get. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Elon Musk, Hillary Clinton, and some other guy.
All good people.
All the best of society.
Yeah.
The top tier of society.
Best
the best
people.
of the best. The best of the best. These are the people we want, right? These are the people we want in our system.
I'm not going to say that that's something that we can rip apart, but first order of business is I want to break through and be at that table. That's the first order of business. And the way that I do that is by proving that I can do what they do as well as they do it. And then do it better than how they do it. Because at the end of the day, they are commercial fucking animals. Okay?
You know what a commercial fucking animal means? An animal doesn't care about what it needs to do to win, to hunt. It'll do whatever it fucking takes. These are jackals, right? These guys are hyenas. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your family. They don't give a fuck about anything. That's why the president of Moderna received a $950 million parachute bonus because he cares about you and your health and your well-being. He cares so much for you that he took almost $1 billion as a golden parachute prize money because of the performance of his company.
There's no way that's true.
No, it was all free.
I believe in Big Pharma.
Everything is free. I got jabbed and it was free. You
No,
know
in
what?
New York, they give you $100 for getting it. That means it's good for you. If
And
the
you
government-
get you get Shake Shack with that too.
I
That's
want
the
a
bonus.
burger.
100%. I want the burger, baby. Give me the burger and give me the jab. Amazing, people. Start waking the fuck up.
Okay? And they'll open the door out of curiosity and they'll let me stay because I add value. And then once I'm there, I can open the door for other people who can try to do the same thing. So my entire goal now is to be in a position to aggregate enough of the capital of the world to then reallocate it against my worldview. And I'm
Against my worldview, not against the betterment of mankind, right? Against my worldview. And that's what these guys are imposing. Their worldview upon you. And now, well, these are my thoughts. Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? People put labels on you. They try to simplify.
Democrats are
your
the
human
good
experience.
guys and Republicans are the bad guys.
And then Republicans are the Christian guys, and then the heathens are the Democrats. Guys, listen. They are two wings of the same fucking bird. And when you understand that, the game is rigged against you. Just control two parties.
Okay, so maybe you're right. Let's assume that all these notes are true. How do I start fighting against this? Because this sounds crazy to me, but I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be a drone. How do I get out of this? What am I supposed to do?
Very simple. The first thing you need to do is make fucking money. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. You need to earn money. Money's earned by the value that you provide. So you provide value to the ecosystem, to the
Provide
marketplace.
value.
You provide value to the marketplace, to the ecosystem by doing what? Having a skill that is very hard to replicate, right? A high quality skill. Most of you guys can only flip patties. No wonder you don't make no fucking money. So you need a skill. Then you need to be hard to replace. If you're irreplaceable and you have a skill set that'll get you paid, you'll never be broke. And then finally, have an exit plan from working for somebody else to working for yourself to ultimately having what you've built work for you. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are out here, yeah, you know what? Like, I want to go ahead and run my business. They're out here working 19-hour days. They're fucking slaves. They're still slaves because they don't understand that it's important to have money work for you. Money, they're like little robots. That's what money is. They're like little robots. You then keep them locked up in the bank account, right? Which, by the way, when you deposit your money in the bank account, the money no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the bank, and they print that money. It's called having a minimum balance. For every dollar you put in, they can print 10 of credit, and then they'll loan that back out to you on an interest. It's an absolute phenomenal scenario to be in if you're a banker. But you would never know that because you're not fucking educated. So that's why you're here. Anyways.
You don't have to be so mean.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm an evil dude, bro. I'm an evil dude that just wants to trigger people.
Some of the stuff that you're saying makes sense, but I don't agree with everything you're saying. And I think I'm just going to go back to my job.
What happens when you don't agree with people? What should people do when they don't agree? You know what I realized? Most people don't disagree. They're just emotionally triggered. And it's okay to be emotionally triggered as long as you analyze the emotion that you have. As long as the emotion that you have, what's wheat waffles?
Don't worry about it.
It's some sort of insider thing.
It's some incel bullshit. That a lot of guys are so far within the matrix. Like these are guys in here that I see them in my stream every day, and they beg me to watch this guy, and it's basically this black pill thing, blaming the fact that they can't get pussy on women.
Should I watch that?
No, it's very simple.
What's
very bot level stuff.
Very bot level, entry level stuff.
Yeah.
Who is Sneako, guys? Well, Sneako, introduce yourself for the couple hundred people that don't know you. But if you have TikTok, you'll see him around, and if you're on YouTube, you'll see him around.
Well, I've gotten maybe 450 million views on with my name #Sneako on TikTok in the past couple of days. I don't even have the app, but I've realized that everybody who's using that for fun is lost. They're being programmed. It's a Chinese app. It's evil. It's just meant to they're mining all your data. They're just seeing everything that you're interested in. And so it's really easy to master what people like on that app, and I don't even have it. I can hear it in the distance all the time, just like faint noise of people scrolling. And I'm like, okay, they're shadow banning me on YouTube. They're shadow banning me on Instagram for speaking the truth. I need a way to get this message across to people because we have a similar message. We have to believe everything is, we agree on everything, essentially. So I wanted to get through to people. I wanted to spread this message. And it was very easy. I just clipped up. I just I know how to be animated and stuff like that. The way you're speaking right now is very rational and smart because you're a multimillionaire and you're not used to having to entertain people these bots in the chat. We waffles, I know how to entertain them. You just need to be loud and yell and stuff like that. And you need to have girls because a lot of these guys, oh, girl, that's how you capture their attention. And it worked. Within a couple days, I have 450 million views. This is going to keep going. I got 100,000 subscribers on my second channel with 100,000 more subscribers on my second channel the past couple days. Even though I've been doing YouTube for 9 years, I have 1 million on my main channel, but now I'm really trying to show people what's going on, the programming that's happening, and I want people to get out of this. I would like people to, I think we agree on this, the only way to really do this is to have independence, and to get freedom, you need to have money.
You need money and you need connections. You need money and you need people. Do you think these motherfuckers that run the world are by themselves? They literally just told you it's 150 people that run the world. They're all multi-billionaires. They all know each other. You probably don't even know 150 people. You can't even call 150 people to loan you $1,000. You're a pussy bitch. But we're gonna show you the way. Let's watch another video. What do you want to watch? Is there some shit that I should watch? I don't know any of this. I don't focus on a ton of this girl bullshit ass stuff because I'm out here trying to actually play the game at a serious level. But I know some of these young kids like that.
Some of these kids are in here. That's what they're spamming right now.
Please, man, it's all good. What's wheat waffles? What the fuck?
It's black pill stuff. It's just like it's guys who can't get laid, and so they start blaming women. And it's really cynical stuff.
Let me tell you about. Here's the thing: if you're focused on getting laid, you're never gonna get fucking laid. Focus on yourself, elevate yourself, and you're going to attract that which you want. You want to make money? Become a person that makes money. You want to get girls? Become a guy that knows how to get girls, that attracts women. Everybody's out here chasing. You know what you chase? Things that run away from you. That's what chasing is, bitch. You need to attract things. And you attract by becoming a fucking magnet, by becoming such a strong force that everything gravitates towards you. That's how you make it. And there's no difference between women. There's no difference between building a business, having deep relationships, having this man here, me going over there, building things that are meaningful. One simple thing. You need to be a fucking magnet. So you need to become that which you want. You want to have girls? Become a guy that knows how to elevate girls to a higher level. Not this fucking pussy popping. Anybody can go out to the bar, get a girl that's 6 shots in, fuck her up, fuck around, go back home, and that's it. Anybody can do that. That's not the standard of a man that I'm trying to be. And there's different levels of manlyhood. So
you could see based on this chat like how brainwashed a lot of these men are and how weak a lot of these men are. The fact that they're spamming here and they're just like every day they spam the same thing. They copy and paste, boom, 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 boom. It's really sad. Like if you're a grown man, what are you doing in a live stream? But that's what happens. They're taking your balls away
because they're not grown men.
But why?
They're grown children.
Why is that now? Why are there so many grown children? Why are grown men becoming a rare species?
Well, because people don't want to be responsible for their actions. They want to troll on the internet. They get that little dopamine rush thinking that they're somehow important. But the moment they die, nobody cares about them. Nobody gives a fuck. Their life doesn't mean anything. They've left nothing meaningful behind. They've left no sort of substance or meaning or bettered the world in any way, shape, or form. And ultimately, it's ruining them. But at the end of the day, that's the important part. The important part is to understand that you are in control of your life. And the life that you have is the life that you chose. And the moment you understand that, and the moment people realize that, it's the moment you win. It's the moment that you win. I'm gonna react to some Sneako videos. Let's see, Sneako. What's one of your videos that you're proud of, bro?
If you have to go to my main channel,
let's do that.
Maybe You Can't Handle Truth.
Oh, I want to watch it.
On the seafront of Naples overlooking
the... Argentina,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I watched this shit. And I contacted you. Let's watch this shit.
On the seafront of Naples overlooking the polluted sunset fog, a short Argentinian man sitting cross-legged asked me for my lighter.
Good God Almighty. Like back in the
Before
old
booking the
days.
flight 3 days prior, I knew nothing about Napoli besides Diego Maradona. an Argentine football legend who Napolitani claim as their own. It's a working class city, dense and sweaty, with a lot of hand gestures and attitude.
Do you want to look like this when you're 80 years old?
Why would you do her like that?
Do you really want to look like this bitch when you're 80 years old? Then follow the same lifestyle she's living. Maybe I should pull up the lady that eats Whole Foods from her garden and she's like 80 years old and she looks like a fucking gem. No offense.
You can tell without going to the rest of Italy that the other cities like Milan and Turin call it filthy, while the people of Naples will claim it's the best.
It's filthy as fuck, but because they're used to the filth and the sleazy ass shit, right? They'll do what? They'll say it's the best.
Yeah.
My life's the best. I'm the best. I have nothing wrong with me.
As I was handing over the lighter to this cross-legged Lionel Messi-looking guy, I asked him, "How did you know to speak to me in English?" And he looked me up and down, shrugged, and offered me a cigarette from his pack. I hesitated, but then thought, no one knows who I am in Italy, and as I was taking a drag, this Turkish-looking girl walking by looked at me and went, She handed her mother her phone, and we took a picture. She was about the same height as me, and pretty enough that I flicked the Argentinian cigarette in the water before her mother figured out the camera was in selfie mode. As the Turkish girls walked away, 70s design and hated the modern, minimalist, corporate rectangles as much as I did. From him, I learned the connection.
You know what I realized about this minimalism bullshit? Have you looked into that?
No.
How everything is the same fucking thing?
Like McDonald's?
Dude, have you seen the buildings from like the 1800s that were like these? Have you gone to Paris? Have you been to Paris yet?
I've gone to Paris
Everything's like
once.
fucking amazing, super beautiful. Then you go to New York City, it's all like fucking or
Boxes.
London. It's boxes of blocks, bro. It's an industrial complex. It's designed to just pump money, pump money, pump money, pump money. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy because what they're trying to do is they're trying to limit the human potential, bro.
Connection between. I told him stories about women I can't tell men because it gets competitive and uncomfortable. Stories that you never tell women because they look at you disgusted. He laughed and traded similar stories. I laughed because he didn't care how racist or immoral anything sounded. His favorite type of women at my age were the rich divorcees of West Palm, Florida. Even though he was short back then, he had long Gustavo hair. I was like their prostituto. Bored Florida women with alimony money. I took a mental note when he said divorcees will recommend you to their friends if you play your role properly. When he heard how much I had spent on women during this trip, his respect turned to pity. We talked about our families and our failures relentlessly without fear of consequence.
The most truthful conversation I've ever had was with a complete stranger. I forgot his name and he never asked for mine.
There's a freedom in separating emotion from interaction, and speaking with no other motive than just genuine curiosity.
He recognized a level of anger in me that must have been familiar. Even though you might be right, your frustration will only summon more of it, he told me. You have to accept people for who they are. Change happens internally. Nobody wants to learn by force. People can't handle the truth.
You can't learn by force, but you can be indoctrinated by force. Most people are indoctrinated by force. If you want to, and people correlate indoctrination with studying. That's why people don't pick up a fucking book. They don't pick up a book because they feel like they're going to have the same experience with self-knowledge and teaching themselves that they did in school. Nobody wants to learn about the fucking tectonic plates, bitch. That ain't gonna
Amalfi
make you
looks and
rich.
breathes how I assumed it did 100 years ago. It doesn't want to change and it doesn't need it either. If you show up at a restaurant with the wrong attitude, they'll tell you you need a reservation even when you obviously don't. One look at the way a waiter moves and his 20 years of experience shows. He walks back inside the restaurant and you see that he will happily be doing this another 20
You
years.
guys haven't subbed to
There's a certain
Sneako's
comfort in
YouTube
accepting the
channel,
reality in
at
front of
Sneako.
you, in embracing your immediate surroundings and becoming a part of it. It's much easier to do that in a place like Amalfi that's so beautiful it
Why wouldn't you want to live this life every fucking day? Why does it have to be a fucking vacation? 2 weeks out of the year, yeah, I'm gonna take my vacation. I'm gonna sit, coach in the back of the fucking plane like a peasant, in between a fat fuck and in between a crying baby. That's the life that I want to live. I'm gonna work 50 weeks a year, take 2 weeks off, and go live the life of my dreams for 2 weeks. This could be your life every fucking day.
inspired the elf kingdom in the Lord of the Rings. It's why I like the idea of leaving America,
Amazing,
because I'm
bro.
also leaving the people who eat the same exact egg and cheese sandwich with a light and sweet coffee from the same angry Arabic man at 9:15 a.m. every day. The more familiar your life gets, the more you fall into complacency. The truth is literally that we're animals. No homo sapiens. Monkeys with smartphones obsessed with power. It's eye-opening seeing all the Jesus in Italy because of the stark reminder of where Jesus even comes from. Personally, I'm Filipino, Haitian, and Hungarian. The Spanish gave the Filipinos Jesus, the French gave the Haitians Jesus, and the Jesus people wiped out all of my Jewish Hungarian family 80 years ago.
And that is true. That is true. If you want to look at the Crusades and you want to look at, everybody talks about Muslims being terrorists and shit like that. Bro, go study the Inquisition.
Meaning the only reason I grew up eating Jesus wafers and catechism was because of old-fashioned gentrification. To this day, we still call the natives Redskin Indians because of a 600-year-old white mistake. Italy is one of the European countries that holds on to its traditions with nostalgia because those were its glory years. Back when sophistication led to exploration and meant the end of our animal lives. The natives didn't have one god with a beard. They danced for the sun and drummed for the rain. They didn't have guns and government, they had little dick skirts and spears. They sacrificed human heads for fun and raided other villages and basically lived like monkeys with language and spirituality. The truth is that power corrupted our animal way of life in the name of progression. But is it really better? We iron our shirts and we inject lip filler, but does that really mean that we're more evolved than an ape? The truth is hard to digest, so most people avoid its contemplation till death. The truth will make sane people insane. The truth causes chaos. Tom Waits famously said, reality is for people that can't face drugs.
Shout out Sneako. That was fire, bro. Good work on that. Nice. All right, let's get these comments up and running. We have some questions. We got some questions up and running. You read the comments a lot, don't you?
I do, but it's mostly just these people. They're still
What's the? All right, so let's react.
It's really not worth watching. I'm telling
It's
you,
not,
it's really low level bullshit. It's just people. It's just sad men complaining about not getting pussy. That's all it is.
That's what the video is.
It's a YouTuber who just complains that he can't get pussy.
All right, so people want me to introduce myself because we have some people here that don't know who I am. I'm Luke Belmar. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for about 7 years now. Multi-millionaire through e-commerce and crypto, and now just unplugging people from the matrix. So now I'm forming alliances at a global level with people like Sneako and people that think like us, empowering them to become self-sustaining entrepreneurs, untouchable, unfuckable, and true kings. I've mastered money. I've mastered self. I hold the keys. I understand the keys to be a top big boss in the game. I know it because I've done it, and I can show you, but it requires discipline. It requires dedication. It requires sacrifice, but all of it is worth it. Please don't go to the fucking grave the way that you came, with no purpose, no growth. Every time, so many people die back and forth every single day. Dreams dead, gone, subjugated, slaves. Are you going to be different? Are you going to break your family curse? Are you going to finally become the first millionaire in your family? Or are you just going to be another one?
But I'm a brokey like a lot of the guys in the chat right now. Why do you think that I'm here right now?
I think you're here right now because you have proven one thing, which is to be courageous. And courageous must be commended because courage is a rare trait.
I don't want to get canceled.
Well, you're going to get canceled unless you become uncancelable. And you become uncancelable when you have fuck you money. And the reason you make fuck you money is when you understand what money is, and we're going to talk about it, how fractional reserve banking operates, and ultimately understanding that if you are outside of the system or on multiple systems, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the truth. That's the honest truth. And you can do it. Can you discuss veganism? All right, let's discuss veganism. In real brief, I was a vegan for 1.5 years. I felt really fucking weak. Yeah, because I used to actually be almost 190 pounds, like super overweight. So I think plant-based diets are really good for cleansing your system, but I don't think they should be a lifestyle diet. I think that perfect. Like for example, you should be on a fast. You should be on a water fast. Everybody should do a 7-day, 5 to 7 day water fast every single year because you have 5 to 7 pounds of feces in your system at all times. Your body needs to be flushed. Your body needs to be cleaned. Most of you motherfuckers eat 4 meals a day, 3 meals a day. You eat at the moment you go to bed. You eat the moment you wake up. You sleep 8 hours, 10 hours a day. The moment you're not on your fucking phone, you're on the TV, you're eating, you're sleeping, and you never give your system time to rest, regenerate.
But
And
working is
it's
hard.
super important.
You disappeared for 2 years, I heard. A lot of these guys, some people are saying this advice won't work for sub-5s. He's just complaining that he's ugly and that he can't like live life. But you disappeared for 2 years. Why did you do that?
I disappeared for 2 years. I disappeared from 2000 at the beginning of 2000, at the end of 2020, all the way to like 2022 just now, because I had to focus on myself, because I realized one very important principle. If I was to make money, I had to become somebody that could make money. I had to become somebody, like people want to get rich, but they're broke of the mind. They're poor. You want to become a millionaire, you have to become a millionaire. Like, I don't know how to explain it more fucking easy than that. You want to become fit, you have to become fit. Like, do the fucking work. Put in the hours, bitch. Grind. Nobody's going to give it to you. You understand that nobody gives a fuck about you? Nobody. Zero.
Right, but what would you say to these guys who find comfort zones in streams online and just complain like they are right here? This is not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me.
Then it won't work for you because
Exactly.
you've just told yourself that. You told every cell in your body that it will not work for you. Therefore, it won't. Because a man is...
I'm lazy.
Of course you are. Everybody's lazy. But you choose the life that you want. Sometimes you say, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. I'm lazy right now, but I want what I want more than I want to be lazy. You can't want something, whatever it is, and then have another 100 things that cancel out that which you want. You can't be a multi-fucking millionaire and be sleeping till noon when half of the world's been awake for 6 hours.
So are you saying that being poor is a mindset?
Absolutely. It all starts in the mind. Descartes
But it's not
said,
my fault. It's the circumstances that were handed to me. I can't make it out. I'm a sub-5. I need to watch Wee Waffles and cry.
if a man does not have the circumstances in his life to win, a true man creates the circumstances. He appropriates, he takes over, he takes control of his life, and he creates the circumstances that he wants to see. Your girl doesn't treat you well? Perfect. Create the circumstances where your girl respects you. If you're a fat fuck, you're lazy, you're broke, why would a girl respect you? Why? When there's other dudes that she can respect. Dude, there's 3.5 billion bitches out there. There's plenty, and you can't get one. Why? Because there's a massive likelihood that you suck. So maybe just focus on yourself, bro. Get better.
How do I change my mindset? What's the best way to change? I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. I am sad. I'm a sub-5. I'm ugly and stupid. How do I get out of that? What's the first step to go from slave, clone, dummy?
Believing that you can.
How do I get that belief?
You have to indoctrinate yourself.
It's a decision? Is it that simple to just decide like that
Yes.
to be better?
Yes, it's all a decision.
What if I don't want to decide to do that? What if I just want to stay on the internet and complain?
Then that's what you're gonna do, because that's what you decided.
Is it really that simple?
Everybody's self-made, but only the rich will admit it. Every person out there is self-made. You're a broke bitch, you're self-made. You're a rich motherfucker, you're self-made. But guess what? You're never gonna see it in a bio, right? Or in a commentary, a broke motherfucker that has no family, that has no resources, no connections tell you that he's self-made. He's most likely gonna blame other people.
It's not my fault. Nothing is my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault, bro. It's always the system. That's why people love the fucking system. They love the system because they don't have to assume responsibility for their life. I'm gonna put some eye drops on. What should we talk about? Shall we watch one more video? Should I put on people onto that crazy video?
What crazy video? My crazy video?
No, I'm gonna put people onto a video that I don't
Play some like some shit that's really gonna make
Fuck people's minds?
Yeah. Fuck people's minds up real quick.
All right, let's run that shit. I'll pull this shit up in just a second. I have it right here. I'm gonna put you guys onto some really good videos. This is a Russian channel. This is translated into English, and In fact, let's look at it again.
I gotta take a nap. I'm so tired.
All right, run that shit.
Peace out, chat. I'm gonna be streaming in like 2 hours. Shout out to Luke. You guys, if you came in for me, you really should listen to him. And if you're gonna keep crying and complaining, then you're never gonna change your life. This guy has figured it out. He beat the system, and he has the capability to bring people out of that. So you can keep crying and say boo, or you could listen up because your net worth is incredible. And just enough of the bullshit. You should listen to people who are richer than you. You should.
Because maybe they know something that you don't.
They obviously know something you don't. Like, you can cry and like you're still spamming the same nonsense. Yes, you don't get pussy, you're sad, whatever the fuck. But if you don't want to be sad, you can get rich. So listen to him because he's self-made.
And when you're at the bottom, what do you have to fucking lose?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You already, like a lot of these
you
guys
have
watch,
nothing.
Nothing. You don't have pussy. You're sad. You're in the chat every day complaining about your life. You should try to get out of it. And you can make money online now. There's so many opportunities to make money online if you apply your mind. You're putting your mind to focusing your energy and all this sad bullshit, scrolling on Tinder, watching these self-improvement dumbass videos. Apply that energy into improving yourself today, and then you'll notice a difference. It's that simple. It's really that simple.
What piece of advice do you have for people that follow me, that are entrepreneurs, but they still lack, because there's a lot of people that know how to make money. People know how to make money, but they don't know necessarily how to become men. What one piece of advice could you give to people regarding this? How do you become
making money is one part of being a man, but you need to go outside too. Like a lot of these crypto guys and stuff like that, they just know how to look at numbers and graphs and stuff like that. But being a man is having experience, is being full. Is everything, is experience, is traveling, is talking to people. You need to be a well-rounded person. That's what rich is. That's what wealth is being rounded, having life experiences so that nobody can fuck with you. And if you get nervous around women and you're a multimillionaire, you're not really like a real
You're a dork, bro. You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You're fucking Bill Gates. Have you seen the Bill Gates photo where he's got his little man titties hanging out with estrogen? Basically, he's milking, bro.
His wife left him, and he's all these billions. His wife left him. Why? Because he's a nerd. Like, you need to be a well-rounded person.
You want to be a king that commands respect. You want to be a king that when people walk into his courtroom, they revere. They look at him. They're like, wow, I want to be that guy. Dude, I know so many people that are rich as fuck that have zero influence.
Yeah.
They're weirdos.
I have the influence now, but I don't have the wealth. And as soon as I get the wealth...
You do have the wealth, because wealth is a mindset. It's a mindset. You have the mindset. Now I'm going to teach you. Now I'm going to teach you the skill set.
Even though I'm broke and you're hurting my feelings, I'm going to try to do that. Wealth is a mindset.
You're not going to try. You will.
I will.
You there's no trying. You either fucking do it or you don't do it. There is no fucking trying. You do it or you don't do it. That's the name of the game. I'm going to leave this shit probably for your stream, because this shit's going to be fire. I'm going to go take a nap as well. This has been an hour and 15 minutes. Luke, Belmar, Sneako. We're going to close this shit up. I got to go get this guy tucked in bed. That's gay. Never mind. I'm not tucking him in bed. I'm giving him a fucking pillow and he can go sleep somewhere. Anyways, I'm going to go jump in my pool, maybe smoke a cigar in my jacuzzi. Maybe we go to a private beach. Maybe we spend $1,000. How much are you going to spend at dinner tonight? Have you ever had a $300 steak?
Yeah.
A Wagyu.
I'm not that much of a broke.
No, a $300 steak, bro. $300 steak is some G shit, bro. I'm gonna take you to a nice little place tonight. We're gonna smoke some cigars at the Vanderbilt Club, dreaming about Capital Club, how we're gonna make our own fucking cigar. Our cigar line's coming out, guys, by the way. Be on the lookout. I'm gonna give you guys one book, because I always like to do this. One book that you guys can take away and read. Give me one second.
Because it's a lot to just yell at people, call them pussies and brokies and stuff like that. But we need to...
Let me give you some practical shit.
People have been asking for books this whole time. You said, what have you done? I haven't really done shit. What I've done is I've built influence online, and I have people all over the world who respect me. I've built the respect, but I have not built the wealth yet. And I'm trying to. That's why I'm here with Luke now, because I'm trying to learn from guys like him. Guys like him have a business mindset, and I do not have that. And to get out of the matrix, you need to be fully well-rounded. You need to be able to fuck people up. You need to have money. You need to have influence, respect. And I'm working towards it. I don't know everything yet.
You need mentors in your life. The moment you stop learning is the moment you die. And sometimes you need people to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. This is the book. It's from Forbes. The greatest business stories of all time, right? For a lot of you guys that are young, first you need to understand and believe that it's possible, right? The greatest business stories of all time. You're gonna read a ton of entrepreneurs right here, a lot of self-made that came from nothing, that really inspired me to be like, you know what? If these guys could do it with no fucking internet, on the fucking railroads, with their little fucking Telegram thing, that's how these guys were making tens of millions of dollars. And you can't, with the internet, run an online business? You can't make 50 grand a month? Shut the fuck up. Excuses, bitch. We're not about excuses here. We know how to take action. And action and speed is more essential than, let me sit down and theorize why the government does. Bro, everybody can be a fucking philosopher. Be a fucking gladiator. Go out and do that shit. Go out and run that shit. I gotta get this man is tired. We're gonna close the stream. Maybe we do another one. See you guys. Peace, blessings. Hope you guys leave better.
W Daily Streamer, and shout out to Luke.
Better. Hopefully you guys leave better than you came today. And thanks, brother, for showing up. We'll do this again tomorrow. But tomorrow will be a little bit more prepared and freshened
Yeah, I'm
up.
have more energy. I'm sorry, I've been tired. I've been working harder than I ever have. I'm on a mission right now.
You lost your flight. Your flight was delayed. And you got in at like 2 a.m. So
Yeah.
we've had a long day. But we're gonna have a great time, guys. So have a wonderful day. Keep you guys posted at Luke Belmar on Instagram. Right now, what's extremely important is like this video. I assume that's how it works on live stream. This shit. Like this shit. Leave a comment. If you don't leave a comment, fuck you, because we just gave you guys an hour and 15 minutes of our time, and it's a lot of time. But we're willing to do that. Just reciprocate, because every relationship is a give and take, right? You have to provide value, and you have to be willing to extract value. So I've
Is
provided
everything
you
just
value.
about money? What if I just want to hang out with my friends?
You can hang out with your friends, but you can't expect the life of a person that doesn't hang out with the friends. You have to be willing to clock in, clock out, but you have to be willing to clock in earlier than people and clock out later than people. Just do things a little bit better, bro. Just a little bit better. A little bit more fitness, a little bit more finesse, a little bit more business, a little bit more education.
Hard.
Everything is hard at first, bro.
Okay.
All right, I gotta get this man tucked in because it's time to elevate. Stream at 2 p.m.